Welcome to this special episode of the Players Club on LMTV. I'm Bowie, your VJ. Tonight, Barney Barbour is talking music theory with Bobby and Ricky Charvel at Barney's Paradise Lake Recording Studio. LMTV is sponsored in part by the Video Repair Shop. Be it a VCR, camcorder, or answering machine, the friendly folks at the Video Repair Shop offer fast, professional service. Browse through the gift shop while you wait. The Video Repair Shop, 805 F. Elliott Road in Paradise. Here's Barney.
This is the Players Club on LMTV. And today our guests are Ricky and Bobby Charvel. Hi guys, thanks for coming.
No problem.
Okay,
I enjoy being here.
we're on the air. This is the big time. This is the big chance we've been waiting for. So we're going to play some music today, and we're going to discuss some music theory and talk about the store. Your dad's got a store, huh?
Yes, he does.
The new store in Paradise.
Yep.
That's great. So are you guys giving lessons there?
I'm giving lessons currently.
Yeah.
and He's just starting giving lessons.
In Chopper?
Yeah.
He's our main teacher, so.
Great. Got some great instruments here. I see you got this one here from the store.
Yeah.
We can give you a deal on this one, or
Yeah.
if it isn't already gone by the time you get this hits the air. So we got a couple nylon string guitars here. Ricky and Bobby are gonna play. I'm gonna play along with them on some stuff, and we've been kind of messing around with music theory in the store and talking about some stuff. And tell you what, why don't you play a harmonic minor scale for me,
Okay.
and we'll look at this a little bit.
Okay.
See what happens. Okay, now play a E major chord.
Okay.
Just keep playing the scale. And then go up to the F. Yeah, just play the scale around. Just play through it. Back down to E. Okay, now A minor. That's great. See, what I was looking at in this book, it has a lot of exotic scales, and it's got something in here. They call it the Jewish scale, but what it really is it's the Aeolian mode of the A minor harmonic minor scale.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same notes, except it's starting on the E, and that's where
You're starting on the fifth
yeah.
of the harmonic minor scale.
Yeah, so it's really, they call it a scale here, an exotic scale. And it plays with the major chord. It's like in E major, but it sounds minor because it's got that flatted second. So play the E chord again. Yeah. I was thinking what would be cool is if you could write a program that could like a computer program that had all the scales in it, or you could, or it had the ways to compare them, so that you could put a scale in there. You could ask questions about it. Is this really a scale, or is this a mode of
another
of one
scale?
of the scales
Yes,
that's already
exactly.
in there? And any kinds of functions, you could have it write out scale tone chords,
Right.
or you could do any of those things that, if you sit down and do them, it takes like 2 hours. The computer could do
Yeah.
it in like 5 seconds or
Mhm.
something. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Because why learn a bunch of exotic scales when if you know your harmonic minor scale, it's the scales within that scale.
Well, because one of the questions you could ask is this really in another scale, or is it a mode, or is it really a scale by itself?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, this scale is definitely, because it sounds harmonic minor, and the same notes, but it started on the 5th, which
Yeah,
is E.
even when you're playing an E major, do it again with the chord. Play the E major chord. Play the scale. To me, it sounds minor, even though it's a major chord. Great book. I've got this book here. It's Scales and Modes in the Beginning, and it explains the whole thing about extracting modes from scales, and goes into chords a little bit, but it's got some really great scales in the back. It's got all these things that aren't diatonic.
Name a scale that you really like. That's
Well,
exotic.
I can't stand any of them. I actually find them all really irritating. But
I think a good scale is like the Chinese scale. It's
Okay,
based off the modes. Here's the scale if you want me to play it.
what pitch are you going to play it off of?
A.
I want to see if I have one. I've got one here called Chinese, but it's all doubles. Well, go ahead. Let's see. That sounds like whole tones to me.
Well, actually, it's
what is it doing?
It's the Chinese scale, but it's really a Lydian because if you think A major 7, which is Lydian,
Yeah.
then if it's A Lydian, what key is it going to be in? If it's A Lydian,
Well, what's Lydian?
it's the 4th, so it's going to be in the key of A major, 3 sharps, right?
Well,
Or excuse me.
If A is 4,
Yeah,
then
It'd be in the key of E.
E
Yeah.
is the key.
Yeah, E is the key.
A is the 4 to E.
Yeah.
Because like you can hit this chord, hit an A major 7 for me, please.
Oh, but you're playing A Lydian.
Yeah, we're playing A Lydian, but it's called a Chinese scale because it roots from that. And
So what are its characteristics? How does it from
Chinese
what
is
are
mainly
the the
mystical.
intervals. Just tell me the intervals.
The intervals would go to a major 3rd, and then from
It
there.
goes from a 1 to a major 3rd with no second?
Nope, it skips it,
The
Okay,
second
well,
is
that's
omitted.
That's
Second
more,
degree is omitted.
and then
okay. So it
and
goes
then-
1 major 3rd.
and then it goes to the D sharp, which from there would be,
Would be
a major second. Then from the E, it would be.
Well,
a
no,
minor
from the A. What is it? It's a sharp 4.
second. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
where
it'd be a
that's why it
sharp
sounds
4.
like whole tones. Because
That's
it's
the whole scale.
those. If it had a second, it would be a whole tone scale. If it went 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, it'd be a whole tone scale. But the 2's
Right.
left out.
Exactly.
And so what is it?
Well, see this scale, like Marty Freeman and stuff. He's an exotic scale user, and he always uses and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's real mystical, so that's why he tends to
Do
use
it
it
some
more.
more.
Okay.
Where else does it go? What?
And then also you can hit a C.
Are we using the major 7th as a 1? Is
Yeah,
that
the 1.
the key? Okay. So what's the 2 and the 5 of this mode?
The 2 could be a C sharp minor.
And what's the 5 then?
Yeah, it's an E major.
But it can't be dominant?
I don't think it can be dominant because there's only 5 tones in the scale.
It can't be a dominant 7th because there's no D note in the scale. There's a D
Right,
sharp.
there's no 2. You can't really have a 2 because
But if you extract it from the modes, you can put the dominant. I mean, it might sound dissonant, but if you throw like a major note in from
well,
the
let's
major
play
scale,
around with it a
it'll
little
sound
bit
good.
with those chords then.
Now from the second chord. And then now let's try the 5th.
Now, see, that sounds like a 1.
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh, because it's the mode.
See, it's part of the mode.
That's what you want to see. That's what Frank Gambale says that you want to stay away from is making it sound like the root scale that it comes from. That's why he always plays, when he plays the scale tone chords, he'll always play an A with them as the bottom of it, so it doesn't lead you back into that E. So play again as a major seventh.
Okay.
In fact, play that lower chord as a major ninth. Play that one down there, like an E.
Okay, you mean
E and G sharp, those two notes down there. No, down here. These two notes.
okay.
Over. No. Yeah. E and G sharp.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, play that whole chord out. As a major seventh, that's like a major ninth. A, is it with the A string? There you go. There, now for the scale. Oh, you can't play the ninth because it doesn't have a B in it. So play it with the C sharp then. Play it as a regular major seventh chord. No, we're on top, on the B string.
Get it like this.
Major, yeah, play this one. There you go.
C sharp on the B string.
There you go.
Okay. Ready?
And then if you change
That's
that
great.
scale around a little bit, you can make it into the Japanese, which sounds like this.
So you got a
Just alter-
minor too.
Yeah, you just alter the scale a little bit from the Chinese.
And you still do that chord to it?
You can.
What happens if you do major seventh to
Major seventh really doesn't sound really good against this Japanese
C
scale.
sharp minor?
A C sharp minor.
No, because there is no C sharp in the scale. We transpose it to a D note, half step up.
Well, what chord should we play to it to make it sound
well,
Japanese?
Let's figure out like the tones and the scale.
Yeah.
We can, see what the
Okay, we
chords
got
are
a,
from the scales. And
so
the
we got
tone.
an A, we got a flat 2,
Okay.
and then a major 3. Right?
Yeah.
A B flat major would work too. So go ahead and try that over the scale. B flat major, which is a little dissonant sounding, but it works theoretically.
You know about dyad chords? You know chords like an A with just a first and a fifth in it and no third? Try that to it. Play that. Yep. That sounds kind of Japanese. Yeah, I can hear it now. It sounds like that. Yeah, it's that one there. It's that one pitch that's making it. Well, the minor second, and there's maybe it's that up an octave. So what about the thing where you know how how is it? A D minor 7 flat 5 is the same chord as an F minor 6th.
Well, pretty
Right.
much, I think it's the same chord, but the notes are just stacked different, and therefore they give it a different name.
But it's the same 4 notes. The
Yeah,
notes are
yeah.
F, A flat.
Same notes, just stacked
Well,
different.
Well, it's just the thing about a chord is that whatever you call the root is what makes it the chord.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I use so play those 4 notes, and I'll play an F. Now that's an F minor 6th.
Yeah.
But if I play a D,
It becomes a D minor 7 flat 5.
right? bunch of chords like that.
Yes.
The diminished chords are like that. The diminished chord you can describe from any note.
Yes.
Any note can be the root, and it's the same relationship
Yeah.
because they're all the same distance. But
Yeah.
the whole thing about chords being the same and different, it starts with major 6 and minor 7, and it's the relative minors. So A minor 7 is the same 4 notes as C major 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
C major 6.
Which, yeah, well, it's a 13.
It's a 13, but it could be the 6 if you're.
Because you have a dominant. It is dominant.
Yes.
So it's like we want to go to F. There you go.
Nice A there. Okay.
Yeah, but there's some reason why it's good to know where these things are corresponding, because I'm not sure exactly, it has something to do with like changing keys. It's like the diminished chord is like a drop-off point where you can go to different keys, because the diminished is like a dominant.
Mm-hmm.
And it can send you 5 going to a different key, but since all the intervals are the same, you can go to 4 different keys, and it's the same relationship. So, like if you take any note in a diminished chord and you drop it a half a step,
Yeah.
you get a dominant.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what did you just do just then?
What I hit was a D diminished. Then I dropped the root
Drop the
What
D down to...
to a D flat,
Okay.
which made it a D flat 7.
So the D flat 7 sets you up to go into G flat. So if we go back up, now go back to that same chord, now drop one of the other notes.
You want me to go to a diminished and drop another note?
Yeah, the same
Okay.
D.
This
D
time
diminished. Right.
I'll drop the second note of the chord, which becomes
Okay.
a dominant 7th because of the sound.
So you drop the A flat down to a G,
Yeah.
and it became a G 7th. Now, since all the intervals are the same distance from each other, and you dropped one of them down a half step, that's the change from that diminished to that dominant is the same change. It's the same distance.
Yeah.
To go from D to D flat dominant as is to go from A flat dominant to G. I mean A flat diminished to G dominant. So
Yeah. So in other words.
and the G sets up a
Yeah.
key of C. So that means that when you have that diminished chord, you can go into the key of G flat or the key of C, and that it's like a little 2-5-1 that sets up the other key, but it's the same change, and you're getting to a different place. So it's like this magic little, it's like a little piece in the puzzle that goes in different directions. Okay, so now let's start with the next note. We got the D again.
This time we're going to go, according to the note, we'll go to a major 6. And then we're going to drop this
Yeah.
half step.
Okay.
This is a B, we'll drop it to B flat. Which is,
So what dominant did that give us?
this is,
B. It gave us B
well,
flat dominant.
yeah. We lowered the B.
Anytime
to B
you
flat.
drop a note a half a step, it becomes, the pitch it goes to is the dominant. It becomes the
Yep.
root. So we've got a B flat now, which sets us up to go to E flat. So first we could go to G flat or the key of C, and now we can go to E flat, and it's still the same change. And okay, there'll be one more. Let's do the final one.
Okay. Now we're going to lower this F to an E.
Okay.
Becomes a major 9th.
Which has a nice
Well,
sound to it.
Well, actually,
Is there some it's still a dominant.
yeah, it's still dominant.
Still a dominant.
It should. I mean, it should follow the. That's the thing about the diminished chords. It's so weird. So that became an
Yeah.
E, and which sets us up to go into A. So from that
Right.
one chord, we can go into G flat, C, B flat, and A. We can go into 4 different keys.
You're watching LMTV and I'm Bowie. While we take a short break, I want to hear comments about the show. Send your comments to LMTV, P.O. Box 126, Paradise, California, 95967. And remember to turn me on every week. Now, back to the show.